Hi, Miriam. So good to see you again. After we met in a few events, it's really great to see you that you are well. And I'm extremely excited that I can be here with you to have this chat about your amazing journey in desalination.
Thank you, Thomas. It's also been very heartwarming for me to have traveled a long time also with you.
What has inspired you to get into desalination? So, can you tell us a little bit your story?
Well, after having some experience in editing scientific journals, uh, as a chemistry graduate, by the way, from the University of Pennsylvania, and my career was editing scientific papers. And then when someone came from the meeting in Washington by OSW, the Office of Sail and Water of the US government, and said there's no journal. I said, well, I'll make one because I had the experience of editing and even publishing, printing, and um, and it was my passion to edit a journal. And here was a field that was beckoning to me. And therefore, I started the journal Desalination and met the first community. I mean, the first time I met the people in the field was in 1966 in Athens at a conference organized by Professor Delianis. And there I met many people. I remember it was Professor Robert Silver, who
Hmm.
was the
From
inventor of
Glasgow, no?
MSF.
From Glasgow.
Sorry? Yes, from Glasgow, yes. In fact, there's another little story, you know, and I knew him throughout his life, at least, we coordinated. I mean, we exchanged not only science, but also books. He was literary. He wrote some books and music. And at the end of his life, he called me from Scotland and so on and sang to me. so so this was a long journey, because it was science that brought us together, and also the personal background, the personal interests. So that was the beginning.
I also do remember a few highlights. You encouraged me to be part of the first EDS board. So I was elected in the first board. The first meeting was in London, and that also got me deeper into desalination and helped me afterwards also to develop my career. So thank you for that you encouraged me to run for the election, and eventually even was lucky to be elected, even I was a nobody at this time. And so that was a very good start. This was around between 2000 and 2005, and in 2001 we had one of the bigger EDS conferences in Limassol, and from there on, I think I attended almost all of the EDS conferences. So thank you for that. This was really a big part of my story as well.
Very hard.
So, so we know that desalination is a significant part of your life. So did you work also in other research field, and can you tell us about a few selected highlights of the other part of your life?
Well, the important thing was being part of the world of scientific editing. I also organized the International Federation of Science Editors, where editors from all over the world uh, met together and discussed our common problems and issues and successes. And so this was very important, not only the actual editing a journal, but the field of scientific communication. And there we had uh, 13 conferences actually around the world, and including China and Mexico, everywhere, in Abu Dhabi, and so this was very important as part of my career, also uh,
Mm.
in the field of scientific communication.
What does innovation mean to you, and what role has it played to fast track your journey?
Well, I think it has, because sometimes it was really a challenge. And I mean, as I said, printing a journal. At first, I encountered the linotype printers. I had to not only edit the journal, but have it printed. And the linotype is not suitable because you can't make a benzene ring with the linotype. And I told them how to put pieces of lead together. But then somebody told me there's monotype. So I went to the monotype company and I said, I want to buy a machine. I got investors. So there was more to it than just the journey, editing the journal. It was also producing the journal. But this gave me a lot of experience in the editing, the science, the scientists, also a great connection with scientists, which was very interesting in various fields, and also the production. So it was just looking at all the aspects, the production and then the distribution. So, and also associating with editors all over the world. And this was before desalination, so I already had the experience of getting people together, of learning from others, and being able to continue. And to then, when there was no journal for desalination, and I was told, I said, I will make one. So it's all the experiences together, I think, that help. I think in any field, I mean, even scientists in a particular field, knowing what's around. And that's why our conferences are so important, that you can hear work of others and get some ideas even that would be applicable.
You're a very good role model for, at an early stage already, being an entrepreneur, bringing things together, getting things done. At the same time, you're a scientist. So that's why it's really not many people would be more qualified than you to be named, that this award is named after you. So which advice can you give to the next generation that they can also benefit from your experience?
Well, as I said, I think the one thing is not to look at the time, not to look at the money. I mean, of course, to be interested to achieve financial independence, etc., and success. But in order to get there, the road there, you have to be very dedicated to what you're doing and to learn from others. So that's my advice. And also not to say that, I'm a woman, they don't want me. I think it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, there might be some just choices there, but I think that just you have to continue doing the best and not looking at the time and the money until you get there. I mean, if you can achieve independence, scientific independence, or that is a role where you can go ahead and contribute to the field, fine, and innovate. I mean, but you can't get there by thinking that you should be there in the beginning.
So can you just share your thought why MBIC is important? So can you share your thoughts why this is important and what is the significance of this challenge and award?
Well, I think it stimulates scientists to look at their own work and maybe to see whether it deserves to receive an award, or that is whether they have come far enough, and maybe there is a goal just in front of them. A young scientist or even an older scientist say, well, let's see, is this innovative, or is this just an old system, or just a development of something that doesn't have that much significance? To see, what am I doing? Am I doing the best I can do? And be aware of the literature. Exactly. In fact, that's why we publish, to be aware of the literature in the field. Sometimes there's some little article somewhere that might be very relevant. And also, as I said, to know what's going on by coming to conferences.
What advice would you give young women wanting to enter this predominantly male-dominated field?
Well, just to do what they have to do. In other words, not to feel that there's more of a challenge for a woman. not to think about it. I think just to do. I never thought about it. That I'm a woman and maybe I'm not getting what I should get. Doesn't matter. Maybe I'm not paid enough. No, I never looked at it that way. I think that should just look at the role, the goal at head, and just keep doing it and keep part of the community and keep friendly and don't complain. That's what I think. And then
Yeah, innovation with the help of and the contribution of MBRC, the innovation is more visible now, and I think it's a very significant topic for the future. So basically, what is how we can summarize that? What is your message? Why people should participate in MBRC?
Well, as I said, I think that not to look at the time, not to look at the money, to look at the passion, and go ahead. And then maybe the result will also be more more financial success and so on. But I think the first thing is to be interested in the goal and the work that one is doing, and just go ahead and also read, hear, and know what's going on. And then the moment the flash comes, that's the important moment.
How you see after this experience we had together, how you see the partnership with ACWA Power, and how did it mutually contribute to the MBIC?
Well, I think it's great, Thomas, that you have established this. I mean, that in itself is very important, because innovation has become the important topic now. As I said before, we didn't discuss innovation. We just had one step after another. So I think that it's very important that it's brought as a goal, and young researchers also can look at their work and see whether it has a real contribution. Not that that's the only reason they do the research, because you won't get there if you don't continue just working. And I think the thing is to strive for some significant results, because you're interested in your work. And I think this is the main message. And the other thing is also not to look at sex as being either for or against. I know there are women who say, "Oh, well, they're against women." I don't think so. I always answer and I say, just go ahead. Don't look at any of these limitations or considerations. That one should just go ahead with one's work and try to achieve or continue to achieve your goals.
It's a good advice. Focus on your mission, on what you want to achieve. Don't worry. If you're good, if you're passionate, somebody will see it, will pick you up and offer you a career, because good talent is always welcome in good companies. So that's actually a good message to people why they should participate, because it's a very open and open-minded challenge. We don't have any limitations. We welcome everybody from academia, from industry, from different countries, any gender. So we are completely open to anything. It really counts is we need more innovation in desalination, and we need very good value creating innovations with impact. And so I hope in this third edition we will get again very good ideas, and we will celebrate the winners and the impact.
Wonderful.
Amazing. For us, it was also a great experience. We started it, as you said, 3 years ago, and we learned a lot on the way. We enjoyed working with entrepreneurs, with young talents, with startups. We learned also a lot from them, and it was really an exciting journey. And we are extremely happy and excited and honored to work with you on such an important project for the new generation.
And Thomas, it's so heartwarming to me to be joining you in this endeavor.
Thank you so much. So I think from ACWA Power side, I really want to encourage and inspire everyone to participate in this next competition, which is already, I think, started already. And we're looking forward this year to awarding the winners in Porto. And as we did in the past, to embark on a very fruitful collaboration with the winners and hopefully contribute to the desalination community in a very positive way.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Miriam, for having you, and it's always good to see you, and looking forward to see you in one of the next events again.
Thank you, Thomas.